Well, hello there, everyone. How are we doing today? I'm doing all right, except for apparently tons of technical issues that my computer has decided to have right now. So, hopefully everybody can see and hear me. Let me know if there is any problems with my feed. That's how English works. Let me know if there are any problems with my feed, if you don't mind. Theo, yes, this is the right stream. Mike, Extreme, Camlin, Scar, what's up, guys? How is everybody doing on this Saturday morning? I created 2 streams this morning. The first one was not going live on YouTube for some odd reason, so I stopped to restart my entire computer, and now Discord isn't working. So I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like the stream is up and functioning, and that, after all, is the most important thing of the morning. Let me go ahead and alter my sound situation just a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. So if we are a little bit light on friends today, it's because, well, Discord is preventing me from being able to post that the stream is happening. But it is going on. Extreme, why don't you only stream on Twitch? Extreme, I might actually do that. I am leaning towards switching everything over to Twitch, but I want to make sure that I give everybody the opportunity to actually sort of see in both places. And also because I decided to pay for the Prime subscription for Streamlabs, which allows me to multi-stream, so I can stream to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. What I am realizing right now is that that might actually be more work than it's worth, because it means that I have to make sure that 2 platforms are working correctly instead of just one. And it looks like I might do sort of a conventional system where YouTube becomes a place where I upload videos and best of clips and that kind of thing, and Twitch is actually where I do all of my live streaming. I don't know how that's going to affect my viewers quite yet, but everybody just sort of be on the lookout for that, because there is a good chance that that's where it's headed in the future. What does the future look like, Theo asks. 100 out of 10 for the Ghostbusters brick pace event. Theo, I'm not sure what 100 out of 10 means. Ghostbusters brick pace, not great, Theo says. Disappointed. It seems there's a decent following on Twitch. Yes, so Theo, when I have both of them up and running, there's a multi-stream feature that allows me to see both chats simultaneously, but people can't see each other's chats. So, oh wait, no, Theo, you, I believe, follow me in both places, right? So you're actually familiar with this. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I was trying it out for a while. I was originally Twitch streaming and then moved over to YouTube because there's greater discoverability on YouTube. However, I'm not sure that the trade-offs are there, because the streaming process on YouTube is just, it's a little bit messier, to be completely frank with you, now that I've done both. So if you're the type of person who's actually looking at considering streaming, just know that Twitch, and it makes sense, Twitch has been at it for longer. They have had more experience tailoring their platform to streaming creators and all this other kind of stuff. So it's just a more streamlined process, and it does more of exactly what you want. YouTube is a streaming process, a streaming platform that was built on top of a video on demand platform. So the entire platform feels very much like video on demand, but with the added bonus of being able to stream. So it's just not 100% like natively conducive to being able to stream, if that makes sense. It's kind of a weird thing to try to describe, but that's the situation. And what does the future look like? Don't let me get that far away from that question. Honestly, Theo, the answer is we don't really know. So the content creator program is still pretty much up in the air. We actually still have yet to be greeted by the new community management team at LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. We know that they at least said hello to the community through Facebook and then through Discord, asking everybody to submit questions that they were supposed to answer yesterday. And as far as I can tell, we have not received the answers to those questions. I asked this morning in the Content Creator Program channel just to make sure that I wasn't missing something. And it looks like I wasn't missing anything. They haven't posted answers to those questions anywhere, nor have they greeted us or said hello to us. We know that originally the Content Creator Program was one of WAF's babies, and WAF's no longer with us, so we actually don't know what's going on. Now, those of us who are content creators were creating content before there was a Content Creator Program, so it's entirely possible that we'll keep doing it even if the Content Creator Program goes under, but it'll just be a little bit more work for us, and we won't be able to get things ahead of time like we did before. That obviously seems like a detriment to the game, I would suggest, because being able to give us information a couple days early made it possible for us to create videos and disseminate that information to everyone much more easily. Plus, it enables people to consolidate their comments, questions, and concerns, and it gives us a real ability to stay ahead of the curve on their behalf, and if they use the content creators appropriately, make their jobs easier. But I know you guys know all of that. So what does the future look like? Don't know, Theo, on so many levels right now, but Lego Legacy is one of them. For what it's worth, my Discord is having issues too. Oh, all right. Well, then maybe it's a full Discord problem. That's actually, I mean, it's not great, but it makes me feel better to know I'm not the only person having that issue. Scar, why did they reduce the Ecto 1 node to just the main 4 and one other clear that they decided to change it, but they changed the wrong thing? Should have been tiles to 1 plus. Scar, I don't entirely follow what you are asking. My biggest question is, why are Ray and Venkman so expensive? That's what I want to know. It's ridiculous. Let's come in here and look at the difference in price for these things. Event store. Egon and Winston, 600 for 3 tiles. They also have nodes in the Brick Pace event, so you can farm them in the event and then use 600 of their currency to get 3 of their tiles, while Venkman and Ray are twice as expensive and not available in the actual event. Ray and Venkman are available as one-time rewards from some of the nodes, but after that, you can't farm them. You just have to use just the currency. The reward currency, the event currency, which is very, very strange. And you guys know I was very excited to start shelling out big numbers for Venkman. Now I'm not so sure. I'm still going to be paying for 2 refreshes per day for the Ghostbusters event, but I'm not going to actually spend any of my event currency until the very, very end, when I see how much currency I have garnered in total, and then I will decide where I want to spend it. Probably still on Venkman tiles, if I'm being completely honest. But look at the rest of the event store. There is garbage in the event store. Garbage. There's nothing good in here. It's very, very strange. It's like they completely reran it, completely half-baked, in my opinion. Very, very weird. And I think almost every single person in the game is disappointed in the relaunch of the Ghostbusters event. Scar says LLHU is dead. A lot of people are saying that. I'm not going to lie to you. However, we don't know that. We actually have no proof of that whatsoever. The community management team and the change to the dev team, we're still waiting for them to sort of give us a sign anyway, like one way or another in any direction. And to be honest with you, I would withhold judgment until then. Now, if that means you also withhold your dollars, that's probably a pretty good idea. If you were free to play, then just continue to do your thing. If you were spending money in the game and you're nervous about it, then stop spending money in the game until we see what the motion is going to look like going forward. I think it's definitely on life support, says Theo, but there are people reaching for the plug. It's, yeah, it kind of does, well, what should I say? The community feels that way. And if the community feels that way, there's a good chance that it is actually going that way. But and this is where the content creators have had the most of their discussion. It would behoove them to actually make some announcements and to actually reach out to us and say what they're feeling and say what they're thinking. If there are concerns, they should let us know that those concerns exist, right? Because acknowledging that you have concerns or problems humanizes you. And we know that there's always concerns and issues with everything. And there's these two schools of thought, right? One where I just deny and ignore the fact that there are any problems. If I can do it successfully enough, then I can give people the impression that things are really, really solid even when they're not. And I can ride that wave of support past whatever difficult spot I might be in. The other suggestion is that you actually acknowledge that you're having a hard time, and then you reach for support from your community. And some people are going to jump ship, just like anybody would. But the people who stay you give them the chance of actually improving the community and making it stronger than it was before. Additionally, you can then get extra people to your cause, helping you to improve things and spread the word, whatever the word happens to be. So my general rule of thumb is always to go with the second option. Ask for help, and then you will get help if you need help. And if you don't need help, well, then you're doing a bad job showing us that you don't need help, because you're not reporting anything, and we need you to report stuff so we know what's going on. Theo, thank you very much. Discord has confirmed on Twitter that they're having an outage. I appreciate that, sir. Got a message from them. Quote, big things are coming. Mike, are you talking about the Lego Legacy team? I assume you are. First time around, it was only Peter, Ray, and Winston required, but now it also includes Egon, so you can only use one of your own minifigures, not two like the last time. Oh, Scar. Now I know what you're talking about. I haven't cleared all the way up to that node. I assume you are talking about this final Ecto node. They made it so that you have to have all of the characters. That's a lot. I'm actually just sitting here farming this node because it gives you like the second highest energy to currency conversion, and I really don't feel like leveling up my Winston, Venkman, and Ray high enough to gold trophy this particular node since I already have this one done. So I'm just sitting here farming this one. I don't think I'll even bother with energy refreshes. There's also no word on the Q&A that was meant to come out yesterday. That's a good start. Yeah, Theo, there's been no comment on that. The event stinks big time, a lot of you are saying. I don't disagree with you, but I have a lot of gems, so I'm paying for 2 energy refreshes per day, as I mentioned before. The next big thing that I'm shelling out gems for is going to be the Yeti. So for this event, I'm actually just farming up as much of the currency as I can get. And then at the end, I think I'll have enough to get Venkman the next 40 or so tiles that I need, at least to be able to get Venkman up to 4 stars. And he can still do a fair amount of damage even at 4 stars, especially if I decide to go with that magical team with Magisto's Tower that I've been mentioning to you guys from before. So let's see. I need to come in here and do all of the rest of my events for the day. What is it? No. Quests? Dailies? My dailies. My dailies for the day. My dailies. You know what I'm talking about. So we're going to come in here and use a couple of brick separators. Let's go over and take a look in the events to make sure that we've done our collector nodes for the day. The one that I want the most are Lloyd tiles at the moment. So I'm in here hoping that I get a few of those on the 4th node, which has the best chance of giving me the Lloyd tiles that I want. Today I got 0 of them. Unfortunate. However, I'm only 5 tiles away from being able to upgrade Lloyd to 6 stars. Very, very exciting, as I really do want to showcase them in the arena, but I really can't do that until Lloyd gets up to 6 and Commander Cold and Zane both get up to 7. Everyone is very, very close on the team, but at the moment, it's just a little bit too squishy, and I have a feeling that that's what has been keeping me from advancing in the arena. The damage the team does is relatively low, especially compared to ninjas or pirates. However, at the moment, I really do think that the biggest problem is that, one, the team is new, so I haven't actually had the opportunity to really experiment with them in the arena and figure out exactly how they work. Because the damage that the team does overall is much lower, it means that I might have to change my strategies in order to make the team work. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the team is bad. And I know I was kind of upset about this the other day on Thursday, when I was talking about like balance changes to the game and all that kind of stuff. But I have to kind of rewind on that a little bit and say, you know what? I really just need to do a lot more experimenting with the team before I jump to this conclusion that it's just not that great, especially since I'm battling against full 7-star teams in the arena. So the fact that my characters are not 7-star makes it kind of hard to compare. You know what I'm talking about? So that's where we're going with that. Extreme, what is the fastest way to get Egon? Mike, you are absolutely correct. It is to pay a lot of money. Beat Up Bricks! What's up, Beat Up Bricks? How are you? All right, I know I'm missing arena battles for the day as far as my daily quests are concerned. We know how to defeat the cool castle hunter, so we're going to come in here and do this one. Excuse me. Camlin, this event is the last third-party IP character, so Gameloft, I believe, were intent on getting people to spend to unlock the Ghostbusters team. Yeah, it is very, very obvious that they intended for people to pay a lot of money in order to unlock the Ghostbusters. We know that because of the pricing structure of the Ghostbusters from the very beginning. It was virtually impossible. No, it wasn't even virtually impossible. It was straight up impossible for you to unlock the Ghostbusters the first time around without paying money, unless you had the foresight to actually hoard gems for like months and months and months and months leading up to it. So there are several reasons why people actually feel that way, and I believe pretty much all of them have been proven accurate. But yes, we do know that it was pretty much intended right from the outset that you would have to spend money to unlock the Ghostbusters, something that upset a lot of people. But as a third-party intellectual property coming into the game, when you make it abundantly obvious that people are supposed to be paying for this one, whatever this one is, it makes it like a little bit better, right? I don't want to say it makes it a lot better, but because it doesn't. But at least the pay structure was so obvious that it wasn't like anyone was having the wool pulled over their eyes, you know what I mean? There was no secret here, there was no nefarious action being taken place. It was just, if you want these, you gotta pay for them. That said, they are pretty good, but they're not meta shifting, which also makes it a little bit better, in my opinion, right? Because if they were meta shifting characters, like completely meta shifting characters, and you had to pay to get them, then it's just pay to win entering into the game, which pretty much nobody likes. Pay to win makes everybody feel really, really unhappy pretty much every single time it gets discussed. So I'm going back and forth on this. I'm like sort of like wavering on this, but my point is, yes, it was frustrating that the Ghostbusters were locked behind this immense paywall when they first came out, and the fact that it still actually looks like they're locked behind a paywall, let's be completely honest. But the fact that they're not necessarily meta shifting, the fact that they're not simply required to do any particular content makes it kinda sorta okay in my opinion. Oh my goodness, all right, there's been a lot of, while I've been talking about this, there's been so much dodging on their team that even though I've been up like 900 characters to 2 forever, I'm still in this position where I'm like about to lose because it's just taking way too long to kill all of their characters. Come on. Get her done, please. And, more dodging again, and more dodging again. Woof. This is why you need really high damage characters on the team. And the dodge mechanic is very, very hard to get around. Anyway, I did a lot of rambling about the Ghostbusters just then. I'll have to go back and see what it is that I actually said, because now that I'm thinking about it, there's a pretty good chance that I actually don't agree with a lot of the stuff I just said. Because I was half paying attention to the arena battle while I was doing it. Beat Up Bricks, 9 days from 6-star Lloyd. Get it, Beat Up Bricks. Get in there. Mike, other than spending money, there is really not a good way, Extreme, to get Egon. I mean, you can just spend your extra gems for extra Ghostbusters currency and farm Egon's node, and then spend all of that currency to try to get Egon in the store. Those are the only two ways to get Egon without spending money directly, although spending gems feels like spending money, so I'm not sure how you want to go about it with that. Gameloft want your money. Simple, the game needs someone to go over it and review drop rates, awards, etc. The new devs fix anything, I don't know, but I'm hoping so. Mike, they might. We don't know about that. We do know that they have somebody who is referred to as the economy manager. And it is that person's job, or actually I don't know if it's a single person or a whole team of people, but suffice to say there are people whose job it is to very, very specifically handle only the economy of the game. That is a real situation that they have going on, and a good one, right? You want people who can dedicate themselves to going over those charts and graphs and all this other kind of stuff without affecting the development of the game necessarily. But yeah, that person does need to go through it in pretty much everybody's opinion, and pretty much across the board just like lower the costs of everything, to be completely honest with you. Everything is way more expensive than pretty much everybody thinks that it should be. Also, look at this. More arena battles with Ghost. The Path of the Master coming out, forcing you to fight the arena battle with Ghost or win Brickspedition missions with the Ghost. Bye-bye, Gorwell. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. No, get out of here. Commander Cold, as I am coming in to finish up Commander Cold, I will be buying extra energy, as I always do, and I will be buying extra refreshes of his nodes, because I'm tired of waiting, and I'm getting so close. I want all the cold tiles. So, come on, give me some cold, baby. Give me some cold. Wow, look at that. 4 Commander Cold tiles. I need 17. I need 17 more cold tiles to go before I have unlocked the Ice Commander. Camlin? Oh, Mike, I think Dodge got buffed. It actually really does feel that way to me too. I know that I complain about dodge all the time, but I really do feel like I've seen more dodges of late than I was even before when I was first starting to complain about it. I don't know if that's just because I've been getting really bad RNG over the past few days or whatever, but woof, it's been rough. Oh my goodness, look at this, 11 tiles left for Commander Cold. I still have 2 refreshes to go through on this 6 hard 3 Piptown node. Whoo! Let's hope we get there. Okay. Then we go ahead and get all of the extra monolith energy refreshes. So, something else that I have been looking at, and I'll show you in the monolith waste here. I am looking at increasing my Spaceman Reed and my Locust to 7 stars as well, as while I am finishing out all of the tiles for characters in the monolith waste to make it easier for me to farm the master store, right? Because the more 7-star characters you have, the easier that becomes. Spaceman Reed, I've almost got him topped out. He needs a total of 325 tiles, which means I only need 5 more tiles before I'm finished farming Spaceman Reed. Very excited about this prospect. I think I'm going to start skipping him on board 3 of the monolith waste and just stick to this cheap one. That way I can start pushing forward my monolith currency in other places where I need it. I only need 3 more of him. Excellent. Everybody else I have in here is at 7 stars until we get to Hot Dog Man, who still needs lots. Hot Dog Man needs lots. And then Headley's also getting close, I believe. I'm waiting for another Mr. Moneybags event to come live so that I can spend all of this money that I have and upgrade all these characters to 7 stars. But because I don't actively use them right now, hoarding currency and saving it all until the Moneybags event comes out is the most effective way for me to be doing things. Extreme, Matt, are you not going to finish the other 2 battles in the Ghostbuster event? No, Extreme, I am not going to finish those, actually, because I don't want the Ecto one set. I'm not concerned with those extra 3 Ray tiles, and I don't feel like spending the currency to level up my characters, my Ghostbuster characters, to the level that I would need to in order to be able to gold trophy those last 2 events. It's just not that important to me, and in my opinion, a waste of resources, since I am not trying to farm them anyway. So I'm not going to put myself in that position. Also, the energy to currency conversion ratio is not that much better on Ray's final node, so I'm just not that worried about it. I suspect the economy manager will become 1 person now due to the smaller team. Possibly, yes. What we have to worry about when the economy manager, or when any person on any team is only 1 person, is that it makes decisions go faster because there's fewer people to approve it, but it also increases the likelihood that you make decisions that you think are smart, and you're the only person who thinks that. You know what I'm getting at? So we have to just sort of cross our fingers and hope for the best. GKM, what's up, brother? How are we doing? Theo, I'm at 11 arena wins with my level 1 ghost using revive spam and careful opponent selection. Yeah, Theo, but what rank in the arena are you managing to keep in the meantime? You know what I mean? That's rough. Okay, getting in here for our 2nd arena battle of the day. Yeah, I just got 7 more Commander Cold tiles, Camlin. I am pretty happy about that, let's be honest. Okay. This pirate team has actually become fairly easy to manipulate now. Oh, look at that brilliance happening right there. Yes, now, can we lock Redbeard out? Oh, and we do. We know he's gonna get the heal. Doesn't really matter. What we're going for is the lockout on his abilities so that we can then come back in and just trounce him now that the heal has already gone off. Perfect. He's locked out of doing any healing. He's dizzy, so he cannot counter. I like it. Scarlet? Is Scarlet going to use her ability? No, she's not. Also brilliant, because now we can put vulnerable and lockout on everybody's abilities. We are just absolutely going to demolish this set of pirate foes. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We're gonna go ahead and put a heal here out so that I can get a heal on my red beard, and then we're going to destroy Scarlet with Walk the Plank. After this, we will go for Princess Argenta, Cook Bart, and then Darwin, and we will be out of here. We will be out skis, ladies and gentlemen. Out skis. Let's do a little high damage dealing. Argenta is down. Cook Bart coming in here. Let's spread one of these over to Darwin. Excellent. That's defense down for an extra turn. Ooh, let's actually try putting this one on Darwin. Yes, because we only needed a tiny bit of damage on Cook Bart anyway. Darwin with the super high dodge chance. That's Darwin's entire mechanic. But not enough to fight back. That's 2 arena battles, I believe. I think that's the last daily quest we had to do, which means we should be able to come in and open a premium bag. Yesterday, I opened, let's see. Yesterday, I opened a premium bag that gave me 10 Lloyd tiles, and I know the day before I opened a premium bag that had given me 25 Lloyd tiles. Not gonna complain about any of that stuff, but it has gotten me so much closer to getting him up to 6 stars. I hope that I get lucky again today. That would be miraculous from my point of view. Come on, premium bag! Oh, lightning does not strike 3 times in a row as we get 20 crash test dummy tiles and just sort of shrug our shoulders because we don't need that. All right, quests are done. Event planner. We will be getting the event planner all the way up, which is going to give us these 5 extra Venkman tiles. We appreciate you, Venkman tiles. Thank you very much. Now, check out how close I am to 5-starring this Ice Station Odyssey set, guys. Look at this. I need 3 more tiles. And today, Brickspedition, day 1, look at this. 1 Ice Station Odyssey, 2 Ice Station Odyssey, and then, oh, so close. But we're gonna have to wait for at least 1 more day. 1 more day. 1 more time. Any of you country music fans out there? I have no idea if that reference is going to go over anybody's head or not. But it's going to be a lot of auto battling through today. If there's anything in particular you want to see in the Brickspedition, let me know. Off to Clado 160 and Real Madrid. Yeah, wow. I get the bots on the stream every once in a while. I appreciate the fact that they're watching my stream and giving me those extra little views. But at the but also, yeah, it's a big pain in the butt just to have all of these bots on here all the time. What's this? Some advertising rubbish? Get out of here. Yeah. 10 Cactus Girl tiles in the premium bag. Mike, that would have actually probably been more useful to me than the crash test dummy, because Cactus Girl I am trying to get up to 7 stars so that I can start farming the master currency from her, right? Venkman is so expensive, GKM. Yes. Wish they did a gem bag or something. I might have to go Egon. Yeah, GKM, you like all the techie characters, right? And Egon's a pretty good one, even without the rest of the Ghostbusters. But if you can put at least 1 other Ghostbuster on the team with him, so much the better. I know that people are putting Egon and Venkman together a lot, especially so that ultimate hits harder. I've seen a team with Egon and Ray, but really nobody's using Winston, unfortunately. Today, Captain's premium bag gave 20 Argenta tiles. Did you need 20 Argenta tiles? I'm assuming probably not, actually, right? Who actually needs Argenta anymore at this point? Everybody's pretty much got her, right? Someone in the guild pulled 200 Zane tiles today and 100,000 coins. I have yet to pull 200 tiles of anything out of one of those bags. I'm still waiting for the day that it happens, and I will probably just make a very short, like 30-second video of it, just to showcase that it does actually happen. But no, the most I've ever gotten of anyone is 25. I've gotten that one a few times, and I did happen to get it for Lloyd, which was super exciting to me, but yeah. I have yet to actually pull more than 25 of any one character from a premium bag, at a time at least. While it's board 1, I dare you to use a low-level guild ally in your team. I do it to help them out. Oh yeah, I can do that. I don't know why anybody even shares characters that are so low. It's probably because people just haven't paid attention in a while. But sure, let's put in a level 13 Spaceman Reed. Actually, Mike, I'm not going to do that, and I'll tell you why. Because I am going to continue to try to complete the don't lose anyone in an entire Brickspedition battle achievement. So it's not super realistic to be able to complete that particular what's the word that I'm looking for? Quest? Achievement? Yeah. Completing that achievement is incredibly difficult, to be fair, and it requires a very significant, well, it requires kind of a specific team, right? A lot of people have been able to do it with the Arctic glider using Explorer Aurora as well, because not only can she revive, but even without her revive, the amount of healing that you get from that glider is just immense. I obviously don't have it, so I have to do things a little bit differently. So as a result, I am actually not going to be using low-level characters. I'm going to be, until I lose the first character and can't avoid it, I'm just going to be doing it with actual higher-level tunes. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I could get their Redbeard out of there before I auto-battled the rest of this one. And then I think we should be pretty good to go. Whale teams actually rock out with Winston. Really? What's the Winston team? Is it like a full Ghostbusters team? What team uses Winston on it that isn't a full Ghostbusters team? If a shared hero dies, it doesn't count for the achievement? Interesting. Can anybody else confirm that? I guess I've never actually gone through a Brickspedition board where I didn't lose characters, so I haven't even really know. Using guild allies in bricks doesn't actually give people guild currency. That is correct, Camlin. However, it does help you further along your achievement to use shared heroes yourself. So for example, let's go in here and look at the quests. Achievements. Using a hero, star up, purchase, complete. Here you go. Use 5,000 shared heroes. I'm at 1243. So if we go into the Brickspedition events, we'll do this next node down here. Heal these guys up a little bit because I want the med kits. Now, if everything is all told correct, then at the end of this, I should be at 1244. GKM, it's Ghostbusters and Ninjago, or Ghostbusters and Spooky Mix. Interesting. And what makes Winston so good in that capacity that somebody else wouldn't just be better? That's my question. Come on, Redbeard. No! Almost going down, but not quite. Redbeard lives to attack us another day. Let's go ahead and take down Argenta. Oh, one hit. Wow, nice. We'll follow that up with the Spaceman Reed tune. I'm not going to get the buff on everyone. I'm actually just going to deal straight up damage. Spaceman Reed, so close, but barely has enough to hang on. Vulnerable now with the dodge. Boo on your dodge, sir. Oh, I should have actually used Salty Seas because I should have tried to clear up the damage that is about to come to Kelvin. We're going to use Woo's heal at the end of this battle. Meanwhile, we're going to take down... Okay. Looking good. Now we can use Woo's heal here. I can use Lloyd's heal here. Then, let's see if we can make Cook Bart walk the plank, matey. Oh, come on! Every single time, everybody's just left with a sliver of health. Yes? Yes? Use Zane. Use Zane. No! Ugh. You dodge, and then you don't get the assist. Boo earns on you, sir. A clumsy, so we get the guaranteed miss from the hiker and get out scot-free. Now, we should be at 1244 in the achievement to notice that we used the guild allies. Man, that one tile of Ice Station Odyssey, I can't believe it. One tile short. Actually, I can believe it. Okay, scrolling down to the bottom, and there you go. 1244 out of 5,000. So, mostly I just throw in the guild allies in order to facilitate me completing that achievement, which, let's be honest, it's going to be a long time since I have to do it 3,756 more times. Woo! Math in your head. Big numbers. Dare you to use Iggy, says Theo. Oh, that's right, man. You're still sharing your Iggy. Slimer, Egon, Winston, Lloyd, Woo. That team slaps. Really? Does Winston have that much? I guess he does have that much sustain if you've gotten him all the way up. If you've, like, really invested in the character to get him up to 7 stars. Winston is incredibly tanky. The biggest problem is just being able to get him up to a star level where he has the stats to be able to actually do it. And I think that's pretty much the problem with everybody, to be completely honest with you. All right, I'm gonna do something different there and take out Brutus first. Because Brutus tossing that taunt around wherever he pleases, obnoxious. Great. Now let's do some AoE damage. Barnabas coming in with his taunty McTauntersons. I'm actually going to use my taunt even though my Locust was bricked, because that will allow me to focus damage on him. Now, don't need to use the heal yet, but I'm going to soon, as everybody, instead of dying, gets hardy, and then instead of dying again, gets stealthed, because obnoxious. Oof. But it looks like I didn't even get around to using Woo's heal. Achievement for using shared heroes, so use them anyway. Just don't do it because you think your guildmate gets some reward. Correct, Camlin. We did verify not too long ago that you can use the guild allies this way to get credit for the achievement, but in fact, it will not give your guild allies any rewards. Let's see, I already have these. I'm gonna come down here towards the bottom, and let's grab Theo's Iggy in here. Mike, I have that in my shard too. So hard to defeat those whale teams. It always is hard to defeat the whale teams. Wait a minute. Look at this Iggy. 5 stars, gear level 7. Theo, is this your Iggy? That's extreme dedication to Iggy, bro. I mean, I'm not unhappy about it, right? That ultimate, I'd be interested to see how much damage his ultimate does now. Captain, 4 tiles short for 5-star Ice Station Odyssey. Oh no, it's so close, isn't it? It's so frustrating. You get so close. You're like, I just need a little bit more. Okay, she is gonzo. We're gonna come in here and grab Lloyd next. Let's go ahead and do, yeah, some single target. Iggy, what you got for me, bruh? 1,300 damage from a basic attack. Man, Iggy hits like a noodle! Okay. Ooh, look at that. All those crits from Zane, and they still only did 2k damage. Zane also hits not as hard as I would like him to be completely honest. But I really want, yeah, here we go. Let's see how much damage Iggy's special does. The fact that it comes on the second turn is really great. Does damage to everybody. I mean, you can't really complain about that. And then, chance to put dizzy on everyone. Nice. Now I'm also doing a little bit of a waiting turn so that I could get to Woo's heal, as you just saw me do here. And then we get out. Solid. Would running Brutus alongside Winston, then put up Taunt be any good? Theo, that's actually an interesting thought, because then you wouldn't have to actually use Winston's Taunt. But Brutus always puts the taunt on the AI side. Brutus always puts the taunt on whoever has the most health at the time. So I don't know how it would work AI-wise. But there's a world there. There's a world where it might be smart. Yeah, the Dropster tiles are insane. Last week I reached El Dorado 5 stars. Wow, Captain, are you using El Dorado at 5 stars? I really want to know why we can't just farm them from a store. Why rely on Brickspedition? Mike, that actually doesn't bother me as much right now. I think the bigger problem with the Brickspedition is that there's a lack of content, or lack of changing content in Brickspedition. But overall, I actually agree with you. I wish the Brickspedition store was, you know, well, actually, it is its own store. I wish that, I think it would be better if more of the stores had rotating tiles than just the general store, which has rotating tiles in it. I think it would be best if the other stores also had their own individual collections of rotating tiles, including set tiles. I think that's how Galaxy of Heroes does it. After having played both of them, I think I prefer the Galaxy of Heroes way. Last week I reached, no, I really want to know. Last week was the first time there was a time quest that gave 5 ice station tile sets. Yes, Captain, and I went above and beyond to get all of those ice station tiles. You better believe it, mister. Oh, Boo earns Willa dodging. Let's see if we can knock her out right from the start. Oh, we might be able to. Yes, we will be able to with Zane's AoE. I was about to say, as long as it hits. I love that Zane's AoE does twice as much damage to people that have Dizzy. I think that that's a nice mechanic. It's also like, but it's simultaneously a little bit weird, right? What a random thing to have to give people, to give him double damage. Although, you combine that with the Yeti, and you can get some massive, massive hits coming from on like the entire enemy team. Yeti, as you guys well know, I will be shelling out for when that event goes live. Okay, don't need to protect Senor Valiant, because why? So let's go ahead and vulnerable and lock out on everyone. Nice. All right, and now I think we should be pretty good just to keep it going. Yeah? Woo, is Woo gonna get... Nah, I was wondering if Woo was gonna get a heal off. Don't really need it, especially because everybody is high enough that I can just use some of those med kits. Keep going with that achievement as well to use all of the med kits. GKM says, Brutus ain't bad. I'm gonna try it once Brutus is high enough. There you go. And maybe we'll have some footage for you soon, because that's how GKM rolls. Pirate and Castle Heroes at the bottom. I can do that. I have Pirate and Castle Heroes. So I need to change this out for the Forbidden Island. And then, use all of these pirates. And I'll use this Castle Hero. Yeah, who wants anything in the guild store? Been the same characters forever. The guild currency store is probably the lamest store in the game right now. All of the characters that are there and the other stuff that you can get is pretty lame. That's a pretty accurate it's a pretty accurate statement, actually, Mike. What date is the Yeti event going to run? I think it's November 23rd. Somebody else can correct me off the top of my head. They have that listed. I mean, I know that you can. I'm pretty sure you can. I know you can pull it up in the game. I just can't remember how you make it pop up, because you can't like go to it and click on it. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people have actually commented on that too, that they will sometimes like show you the calendar for the coming month, but there's nothing that you can click on to have it show you the calendar for the coming month, which is admittedly very weird. Come on, take her out before she gets that res off. Thank you very much, sir. Domo arigato, Argenta Roboto. Now, can we take out the Yuppie? Great. And now I think we're like just pretty good to go here. Man, the pirate team just smashes, dudes. It just does. It does so much more damage. I'm just tired of using pirates every single day of my life. It starts November 23rd and ends December 2nd, says Captain Flameheart. Thank you very much. GKM, I have a 7-star Storm from the guild store. Dude, have you been putting together footage of using Princess Storm? I know that we've talked about that before in the past, especially with Courage. I'd be interested to see how she functions, and then be interested to see how she functions once they inevitably revamp the Courage mechanic, which, I mean, come on, they gotta do at some point, right? It's such a cool mechanic, and it's just like it's just like sitting there like collecting dust and doing nobody any good for any reason right now. Guildsword does have Storm. She's pretty cool. Beat up bricks. If you're saying later, I'll see you later. Ah, GKM, getting the free-to-play Megisto's tower, and then you're throwing her in there. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. So who are you looking to run in your Megisto's tower, GKM? Okay, so now we get to our first arena team in the Bricks Badish. Let's go ahead and put Dizzy on our man here, and then I wonder, I'll have to get lucky, but let's see if I can do this. Yes? Oh, we get the assist from Kai, but unfortunately, too bad, so sad, not going to be able to get in there with anyone else. But if I can keep Redbeard's health low enough, which it looks like I might not be able to do. Ugh. Boo earns. Okay, so now what do we need to do? I'm gonna go ahead and put a little damage reduction on my Kai. On my Kai guy. And then I know that Redbeard on his next trial is going to be clearing off his Dizzy. So I need actually, to the best of my ability, to take Scarlet down. If I can take Scarlet down, then none of the rest of this should matter very much. Oh, he's not clearing because he still had to use his Lucy. That's great news because it gives us extra time to get down Scarlet while he is still dizzified. Brilliant. Now, oh, okay. Lloyd still has his heal, so we're going to use that. Now we have to just, this is going to just be a little bit weird because now she's going to pop out of stealth. Okay, we are getting very close here. It's going to come down to the wire. Ugh. All right, we get a heal from our Woo. Now their Woo is going to get to use his ultimate. Come on, get her down! Get her down! Thank you. All right, now we need to come here and try and punish Redbeard as best we can, as fast as we can. Come on, dude. Get out of town. I need to use the big one just so you go down, and then what? Wow, we are about to lose some tunes, guys. Okay, decisions to be made. If I Alright, this is going to be very risky, and I might end up losing Lloyd because of this, but we're going to put everybody into stealth, and then Kai's pep is increased by 70% if the attack defeats the foe, but it probably won't. So we're going to use his ultimate. And now, whoa! Look at that dodge we just got off. Okay, so here's what's coming up. We have an attack from Argenta incoming, and it's going to go to Lloyd. There's nothing that I can do to prevent it, so the closest that I can get is putting the damage reduction here. Ugh, but she's still, even with the damage reduction, wait a minute, even with 50% damage reduction, she still hit for 5,000 damage? What is that? That means that her hit was supposed to do 10,000 damage? What the heck is that? Oh no, now we have to exit out of this and redo this. Garbage. Garbage. Basic attack hitting, or not her basic attack, her special ability, but even still, a 10,000 point crit from that one? No, I'm sorry. You're not the highwayman. You're not that special. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're gonna obviously do this one very differently. King's Court Trio and Storm and Ghost. Interesting, dude. All right, I can see that. Matt, if you could be any character in the game, who would you be? I would be Spaceman Reed. Mike, I'd be Kelvin. I just like her style. Also, it's the only correct answer and everybody knows it. All right. Now, Dizzy goes on Redbeard. Brilliant. We're going to go ahead and smash Scarlet. Now that the Dizzy is on Redbeard, this is admittedly what I should have actually done in the first place. Now, because Redbeard has Dizzy, I just want to get the damage out. I'm not super concerned about being able to, wow. Whoa. Lots of stuff going on here now. Oh, and we froze for a second here. Okay. I really need to get the damage out on Scarlet before I worry about everything else, unfortunately. So we just have to keep going with this and kind of like hope that we get lucky, because we just have to smash as hard as we possibly can. Come on, dude. Now we're going to actually put everybody into stealth. Probably should have done that on the first round in order to get the Highwayman into stealth. That would have been the way to go. Come on, do enough damage to Scarlet, please. Wow, Scarlet's defense is like infinitely high. Insanity. Oh, but wait. Now Captain Redbeard's below 50%. So now we can target Redbeard. Brilliant! Okay. Well, that wasn't the conventional way that I was planning on doing it, but it worked at the moment. So let's see. Now we need to come in here and try and take down Wu, which isn't really going to happen because Scarlet is just going to taunt. But let's see if I can actually get... Oh, I was hoping that his ultimate was ready and it was not. So let's see here. I know that Wu on his turn is going to do his ultimate now. I already used my Wu's ultimate. Let's go ahead and give everyone the big defense upgrade. And now their Wu comes in and does his ultimate. The Ghost Truz is back and more pain. Tio? Not sure what you're talking about there. Alright, Master Wu, you're below 50%, sir, and it's time for you to go down. Thank you. Oh! And they've taken out my Zane. Scarlet is such a powerful, powerful defender. It's just crazy. Because apparently her defense is over 9,000. Anyone? What's the reference from? Did you say Dragon Ball Z? Because then you would have been correct. All right, what am I doing here? Just damage, right? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So this is what I'm getting at. I think it's, you know, once these characters really get above 6 stars for most of them, I think I'm going to see a very, very big increase. At least I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that I see a big increase. Commander Cold has an excellent amount of health and defense, and I will have him up to 6 stars, 7 stars pretty soon. Zane, obviously the one that I am relying on to do the most of the damage on the team. But I mean, look at this, just like taking forever for me to defeat this guy because no one hits particularly hard on this team. They're fast, though. They are fast. So, I'm exploring a world where I do Ice Station Odyssey with Commander Cold and Kelvin, Spaceman Reed, Locust, and then a 5th character that has yet to be determined. I'm actually leaning towards using either Magisto or Wu. Not really sure who to throw in there, but both of them are very fast and offer an extreme amount of utility, and they can both heal. Now, Wu has the AoE heal, and Magisto has the single target heal. But Magisto, I think, also is, one, a little bit faster, but also does more damage, which is not something that you can easily ignore. Okay, now we're gonna come in here and simp a whole bunch of characters before we actually try to finish this thing out. What other character would I consider being? Maybe Willa? Willa's got style. And she's hard to get. So there, just like me. Not true, I'm a pretty easy dude. Gisto rocks, payback, and heal off payback, so useful. Yeah, and that's the big thing, right? So if I put Magisto on a team and put that heal and payback on Locust while Locust is taunting, that's a pretty solid way to go. So I might actually consider that. And then, of course, there's like, if I just choose another space character. Ultimately, when Gorwell is out, I would try that team with Gorwell on it. The real thing that I'm getting at here is like that space, Ice Station Odyssey increases the space team's speed by 20%. That's a lot of percent to increase speed, which that puts Spaceman Reed at 126 speed. I think Spaceman Reed is normally at 105. It puts him at 126 speed, plus at the end of every single one of his turns, he gains 15% pep for if there's another space hero on the team. So not only does it put him in the fast category of characters, but then it also makes him like skip a whole section of it. I don't know exactly what the pep bar adds up to, but if it adds up to like 1,000, right? Then he's leveling up like 126 ticks sort of at a time. And if we're trying to get to like 1,000 before it gets to be your turn, then that would mean that he's basically getting, after every turn, he's getting a free tick of his speed. Does that make sense? So yeah, if anybody actually knows exactly how the pep meter works in terms of how it fills up and how speeds are compared, or at least what it maybe fills up to, please let me know. I find that only Clockwork goes before Magisto. Clockwork Robot is a speedy dude. And Clockwork Robot also has a lot of pep and speed manipulation too. EMZ, just something to note, Reed goes before Lloyd because of his passive. Ice Station Odyssey is my baby. EMZ, yeah, so there you go. What's up, dude? How's it going? And yeah, you run Ice Station Odyssey. So I assume is your Ice Station Odyssey at 5 stars now? Have you like finished leveling it up? I'm 1 tile away, dude. 1 tile away from 5-star Ice Station Odyssey, and I've been saving up like as much of my currency as I can to upgrade those last 2 abilities of the set. Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Alright. Woo! Now, who did I end up here with? Right, Highwayman. It's just gonna be Nuke Central here. Oh, right, but I'm not playing with my Ice Station Odyssey team. Yeah, alright, it's still gonna be just Nuke Central. Highest damage dealing abilities right off the bat. We're gonna go ahead and do some AoE from her, and then come in and I wonder if we can actually nuke down the hiker before. Yep, looks like we can, as long as he doesn't dodge. Great. Now we just have to deal with some counter damage from the crash test dummy, which honestly I'm fine with. He doesn't hit all that hard unless he explodes, but he's not going to explode because I have demolished his face. But look at the amount of damage that I'm dealing with these pirates compared to the ice ninjas that I had put together. I mean, sort of right off Highwayman, because he's obviously not really part of the team. And remember that my Ice Station Odyssey character, my Ice Ninja characters are all gear level 7, right? All gear level 7. All of my pirates are gear level 6. Now, to be fair, they're like at the top end of gear level 6. They're all missing like 1 or 2 slots away from being gear level 7, so they're pretty close, and they're all 7 stars. So you can keep that in mind. But like, even the pirate healer does 3,700 damage on a basic attack. The pirate healer does 3,700 damage. There's all totaled together 15,000 damage that just came in from our Redbeard. And it looks like I'm gonna get a couple of attacks off before their Highwayman goes. And then I'm gonna have Yeah, and then I'm gonna have the cannon ready next turn. So let's see if we can just... Well, let's see if we can just take out their highwayman. This would be nice and convenient. Yeah, Gonzo. We'll lock everybody out of using their abilities. But the ability to nuke characters is just huge. Huge! Guaranteed crit coming in. All of the bonus attacks coming in. Redbeard going off. Well, then we're gonna go ahead and take out the Yeti while we're sitting here. Then... guaranteed crit, followed by, oh, a dodge. Why a dodge at this point? Like, just put it into the AI. 5 against 1, stop them from dodging, you've lost, right? There's no 5 against 1 that is ever going to go in favor of the 1. Just not going to happen. Might as well not even try. EMZ, it's 5 stars, has been for a week. I've been so excited, super hyped. Thank you, sir. I've moved to a magical team as of late, although I'm probably going to move back to space when Gens comes out. Oh, that's right, and I've been forgetting about Gens. The magic team people have actually been copying since Ghost first came out. So, okay, here we go. Ghost, Magisto, Lloyd, Wu, Garmadon. And then are you using Magisto's tower, I would imagine, as your set? Yeah, there we go. We need a Gorwell in the guild. We need Gorwell in the game, T.O. It's not just in the guild. We need Gorwell in the game. All right, let's add everybody into the excavation. EMZ, do you have Vankman on your team? And would Vankman not be better than maybe Ghost if you have him? And how are you liking Ghost? I assume you must be liking it all right if you're using it. Okay, for tomorrow, all heroes gain defense up. Don't care. All heroes gain 15% max health. Also don't care. All heroes gain 2 stacks of heal over time. Boo earns. Garbage, really. Oh, what are we getting? 100 free energy. Oh, that's right. Because now everything changes at 10 a.m. my time, which means we have ability materials to loot. Loot! Maximum lootage. God, I wonder how many ability materials I actually have at this point. I haven't used any of them in like 3 weeks probably. I'll be using some on Reed, I think, in order to make that happen as best I can. Let's go ahead and grab more GB currency. EMZ, I don't have Vankman, and Ghost is like the pinnacle of a space main. Ghost is this pinnacle of a space main? What do you mean? So 6-star Ghost is just to show people that I have my space super high up. Oh, I see what you mean. So it's not that Ghost is so great. It's like saying, oh, hey guys, I'm running space and I can prove it to you by virtue of the fact that I have unlocked this Ghost character. Spooky, where's Ghost? Here you are. Yeah, so this, I haven't gone over his, I haven't looked at his abilities in a while. Deal damage to a foe, chance to inflict defense down. If they already had defense down, then they get critically hit. Cool. Deal damage with a chance to inflict vulnerable. Does bonus damage and reduces pep for each debuff on the foe. Cool. Deal damage to a foe and gain critical damage up, which is nice considering that the Ghost crits a lot. Has a chance to copy each buff from the target foe to himself and another random hero. If the ability critically hits, the chance is higher. If they defeat a foe, randomly copy each debuff from him to another person. And then, oof, this one is long. Whenever another hero falls below 50%, Ghost stealths everybody, has a chance to gain payback for each other spooky hero. And then, if a spooky hero gains stealth, Ghost heals. Whenever a foe gains stealth, Ghost copies one of his debuffs to the foe, right? Whenever a hero is defeated, Ghost gains the following benefits. He gets more dodgy, he gains more attack, he has a chance to gain life, and he gains a lifesteal chance. And then the ultimate deals a lot of damage and inflicts heal immunity for 2 turns. For each foe with stealth or a bunch of debuffs, Ghost's attack is increased when using this ability. For each other hero with stealth, Ghost clears a debuff from himself. Yeah, the Ghost's kit requires so much reading, and like you really have to do it over and over and over again to really try and understand what he does. But a very, very powerful kit if you know how to use it right. That's the feeling that I'm getting from most people. But yeah, but still, very few people I see actively really using the Ghost that often. My strategy comes from his vulnerable into a Garmadon stomp that can one-shot anyone. Yeah, that's true. We'll wait and see if Garmadon gets a nerf. Beat up bricks and then you get the buffs from the stomp on everyone because of the crit. Yeah, it's kind of bonkers that Garmadon is actually that useful at 3 or 4 stars. Kind of bonkers, not gonna lie. And even everybody who has him has basically admitted the same thing. Like, this is kind of a problem. All right, Zane, give me your currency. I need 36 more currency for Zany Boy. Arena, nothing. Master, got some more tiles for you. We're just hanging on to these for the most part. Okay, well guys, I think that's it for the day. Daily quests, timed quests. We're doing these event planner dudes. And yeah, I think that's where we're sitting, guys. I think that's where we're sitting. Brickspedition tomorrow. Crossing our fingers that there is at least one more tile of the Ice Station Odyssey somewhere on that board. We can just get that one more tile. We can level that puppy up, and we can see if that really, really changes our ability to make something out of this Ice Ninja team that I have been working with. Additionally, we are going to be looking at continuing to level up our Commander Cold. If I get lucky enough, I might get close enough tonight that I can get him up to 7 stars tomorrow, which will have a double benefit of being able to add in more power to our Ice Ninja team. And Zane also getting close to 7 stars, Lloyd getting close to 6 stars. We are on the cusp of a major power upgrade for this team, just sort of unilaterally across the entire team. So many opportunities for improvement here. EMZ talking about Garmadon says they already did nerf him. They sneak nerfed him. EMZ, what did they nerf? If a 4-star character can still one-shot anybody, then they didn't nerf him very much. I'm running Pirates with Ghost in the arena. Mostly for the time quest running, but he's needed in the arena and bricks. Yes, Camlin indeed. His 4-star upgrade was 200 attack, and now it's 120 attack. EMZ, that's not really a nerf. Come on, dude. That just doesn't rub me the right way. It wasn't in the patch notes like a lot of things weren't. Now, that I definitely agree with you. If they're going to make changes to the characters, regardless of whether or not they're positive or negative, regardless if they're big or small, they really should put that in the patch notes. Just for the sake of transparency, so everybody knows what's happening. And I think that if you nerf a character that everyone agrees needs to be nerfed, then it's not even a bad thing, right? Especially when you consider the fact that Garmadon is not actually a character that anyone has to pay any money for anyway, right? You complete the Brickspedition battles, you get 1 Garmadon tile per day. So it's not like you spend any money on it, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, right? It'd be different if they all of a sudden nerfed the Ghostbusters and made them completely useless after people spent literally hundreds of dollars each to try to get them. Then you're running into some major issues. But other than that, I think you have to be willing to balance your game. You've got to be willing to actually let people know how you're balancing the game because, well, people appreciate that. Mike, I can't compete with Ghost in my team. Just get stomped. Yeah, I don't even have Ghost. No, only have her at 6 stars, a few tiles away. Run Valiant at 7. Yeah, so Mike, you should still run Scarlet instead of Valiant, even if your Scarlet is only 6 stars compared to Valiant at 7. Valiant is not a great tank for the Pirates. He is on offense, but on defense, you're just gonna get hammered because Valiant goes slowly enough that anybody fighting against you can completely demolish your Redbeard before Valiant even gets a turn. And once Redbeard is gone, your entire team is basically sunk. So while Valiant is very, very tanky and very, very hard to defeat, he's very easy to work around. Scarlet is a lot harder to work around. So even though she's at a star level behind your Valiant, it would still be better for you to put Scarlet on your arena team than Valiant. Better still, actually, if you use Scarlet and Valiant on your arena team. Scarlet, Valiant, Redbeard, Cook Bart, and then fill in your 4th position with probably your hardest hitting character or your most utility-based character. So for example, if you put in that 5th slot a Magisto or a Master Wu, that will work pretty well. You can also put in Argenta if you've got her leveled up, because she'll do a lot more damage due to all the rest of the pirates on the team. You could put another healer in there. Some people will throw the Hiker in that spot. If you have Magisto or Wu, I think either one of them would be better than the Hiker, but still, Hiker would be a good addition there. So a lot of actual room to play, but definitely could put Scarlet in your team if you don't have her in there already. 6-star Scarlet's pretty darn good. And remember, the tank's job is not to really help you defeat characters, it's to prevent your characters from being defeated. So even if Scarlet gets killed, that's okay. That's what she's there for. Just beat ninjas with Scarlet, Wu, Redbeard, Ghost, and Bart. All right, there you go. That could work. That sounds like a pretty decent team, actually. Neglected to mention, I do use Wu instead of Valiant in my Pirates team. I'm so used to just having him in my Pirates team, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, so Camlin's with us. All right, guys. We've come to the end of the stream for the day. I am going to be back tomorrow. Same Kablam time, same Kablam network. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that you all go outside and enjoy the remainder of your Saturday if you're not outside already. Please, if you are watching for the first time, send me a follow. Click on that link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch so that you can get the updates whenever I go live. And I will be making another appearance in the morning.